When there is an excess of sebum on our scalp, dust and various other impurities readily adhere to it and remain there. However, it is extremely important to wash these off thoroughly. Hello, I'm Director Lee Suik from Daegu Clinic. Should you wash your hair with cold water or hot water? My patients actually ask me this sometimes. To get straight to the point, everything in moderation is best. But if you wash with cold water, you've likely seen many shorts about that recently. Taking cold showers, or even just splashing yourself like a cold water rub, awakens your body, releases a lot of adrenaline, and many millionaires apparently do it too. Apparently, if you go into a dry ice like chamber nude and get blasted by cold for a few minutes, your body will wake up. While there's some truth to that, pouring cold water on your head does give you that feeling of being alert and awake. And in summer, when our scalps get very hot from constant sun exposure, blood vessels expand and more waste products can be released. If we could temporarily constrict those blood vessels, making them shrink, we would feel a cool sensation, and that would also reduce the amount of waste products being released. There are even products we can use in the summer, like those that rapidly cool you down, spraying like dry ice. Indeed, in the summer, our clinic provides a treatment involving injections that cool the scalp, much like dry ice. The issue, however, arises when we wash our hair. Throughout the day, we accumulate dust and various particles. While water effectively washes away dust, these particles cling to our sebum, the natural oil of our scalp. Back then, if a car was spilling oil, you would definitely see oil on the roads. And you'd see huge clumps of grime stuck to them, and sometimes even a dead rat. The point is, dust sticks. Similarly, if our scalp is clean, dust might land on it, but will blow away. But if we have a lot of sebum, dust and other things get stuck, and just stay there. It's vital to wash this off, but cold water isn't effective. No matter how well you shampoo, it's still a surfactant. Its job is to dissolve sebum so it can be washed away easily, but it won't wash away that quickly with cold water. So, is it better to use hot water? The truth is, most men just can't stand washing their hair with incredibly hot water. If you're married, you probably know what I mean. If a husband goes in after his wife has showered, he'll find the water incredibly hot. Conversely, if a wife enters after her husband, she'll ask, "Why such cold water?" Women often shower with extremely hot water. My wife, I've seen her turn the dial almost all the way hot when she washes. I understand why she showers with super hot water. She has low blood pressure, a small build, gets freezing cold all night in winter, and suffers from cold hands and feet. But when that hot water touches the scalp, it does strip away the oil really effectively, but it also leaves it incredibly dry. You wash dishes with hot water, right? When you use hot water and dish soap to wash away grease, the dishes dry almost instantly. That's how easily hot water causes dryness. So, our scalp is no different. While shampoo works well and sebum washes off easily, water that's too hot will cause it to dry out severely. It can crack and lead to flaking, which then might trigger recurring scalp conditions or even result in various bacterial infections. It's best to wash with lukewarm water at a comfortable temperature similar to your body's rather than hot water. And at the end, just bowing your head and giving your scalp a refreshing sensation by cooling it with a splash of cold water is also an excellent method. I go to a barber shop and they do it that way too. They use warm water for the wash, and at the end, they do a final rinse with water that's cooler than lukewarm, but not ice cold. That's the best way. This is off topic, but how many times a day should one wash their hair? People ask me that, but it's different for everyone. We can see it when we use a scalp analyzer. Some folks say, I wash my hair twice daily, yet still have noticeable sebum buildup. For them, we can test switching to a shampoo with stronger cleansing power, or check if they're using water that's too cold. I wash my hair every other day. Yet some people have perfectly clean scalps. It's not common now, but in the past, some individuals practiced no poo, washing their hair only with water. Some people who've tried no poo maintain a perfectly clean scalp with no odor. For others, however, if you look back at early no poo accounts, they'll tell you it will naturally smell initially. They claim that after approximately a month, such issues vanish. However, for certain individuals, even after a month of adopting the no-poo method, the odor persists and intensifies. What's key is what suits you. Some wash every other day, yet their scalp is a mess. Then, you should wash it once daily. If it's still dirty after one wash, then you should definitely wash it twice a day. So, we've talked about cold water versus hot water. If you have any questions or things you'd like to ask, please leave a comment, and we'll select some for a future topic. That's all. I'm Director Lee Suick of Modumo Clinic. Thank you for joining us today.